Welcome everyone, thank you for joining us to spend time with God and experience His presence through His Word. Job 37, KJV. 1 At this also my heart trembleth, and is moved out of his place. 2 Hear attentively the noise of his voice, and the sound that goeth out of his mouth. 3 He directeth it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. 4 After it a voice roareth. He thundereth with the voice of his excellency, and he will not stay them when his voice is heard. 5 God thundereth marvellously with his voice. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend. 6 For he saith to the snow, Be thou on the earth. Likewise to the small rain, and to the great rain of his strength. 7 He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. 8 Then the beasts go into dens, and remain in their places. 9 Out of the south cometh the whirlwind, and cold out of the north. 10 By the breath of God frost is given, and the breadth of the waters is straitened. 11 Also by watering he wearieth the thick cloud. He scattereth his bright cloud. 12 And it is turned round about by his counsels, that they may do whatsoever he commandeth them, upon the face of the world in the earth. 13 He causeth it to come, whether for correction, or for his land, or for mercy. 14 Hearken unto this, O Job. Stand still, and consider the wondrous works of God. 15 Dost thou know when God disposed them, and caused the light of his cloud to shine? 16 Dost thou know the balancings of the clouds, the wondrous works of him which is perfect in knowledge? 17 How thy garments are warm, when he quieteth the earth by the south wind? 18 Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong, and as a molten looking glass? 19 Teach us what we shall say unto him, for we cannot order our speech by reason of darkness. 20 Shall it be told him that I speak? If a man speak, surely he shall be swallowed up. 21 And now men see not the bright light, which is in the clouds, but the wind passeth, and cleanseth them. 22 Fair weather cometh out of the north, with God is terrible majesty. 23 Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in power, and in judgment, and in plenty of justice, he will not afflict. 24 Men do therefore fear him. He respecteth not any that are wise of heart. Job 38 KJV. The Lord answered Job. 1 Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, and said, 2 Who is this that darkeneth counsel, by words without knowledge? 3 Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. 4 Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. 5 Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? 6 Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the corner stone thereof? 7 When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy? 8 Or who shut up the sea with doors, when it brake forth, as if it had issued out of the womb? 9 When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it. 10 And brake up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors. 11 And said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed. 12 Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the dayspring to know his place. 13 That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. 14 It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. 15 And from the wicked their light is withholden, and the high arm shall be broken. 16 Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea? Or hast thou walked in the search of the depth? 17 Have the gates of death been opened unto thee? Or hast thou seen the doors of the shadow of death? 18 Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it all. 19 Where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? 20 That thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the paths to the house thereof? 21 Knowest thou it, because thou wast then born? Or because the number of thy days is great? 22 Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail? 23 Which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? 24 By what way is the light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? 25 Who hath divided a watercourse for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder? 26 To cause it to rain on the earth, where no man is, on the wilderness, wherein there is no man. 27 To satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth. 28 Hath the rain a father? Or who hath begotten the drops of dew? 29 Out of whose womb came the ice? And the hoary frost of heaven, who hath gendered it? 30 The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. 31 Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? 32 Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? 33 Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? 34 Canst thou lift up thy voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? 35 Canst thou send lightnings, that they may go, and say unto thee, Here we are? 36 Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts? Or who hath given understanding to the heart? 37 Who can number the clouds in wisdom? Or who can stay the bottles of heaven? 38 When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clods cleave fast together. 39 Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion? Or fill the appetite of the young lions? 40 When they couch in their dens, and abide in the cover to lie in wait? 41 Who provideth for the raven his food, when his young ones cry unto God, they wander for lack of meat. Job 39, KJV. 1 Knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth? Or canst thou mark when the hinds do calve? 2 Canst thou number the months that they fulfill? Or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? 3 They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. 4 Their young ones are in good liking, they grow up with corn. They go forth, and return not unto them. 5 Who hath sent out the wild ass free? Or who hath loosed the bands of the wild ass? 6 Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. 7 He scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. 8 The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. 9 Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? 10 Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow? Or will he harrow the valleys after thee? 11 Wilt thou trust him, because his strength is great? Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? 12 Wilt thou believe him, that he will bring home thy seed, and gather it into thy barn? 13 Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks? Or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? 14 Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust? 15 And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. 16 She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. 17 Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. 18 What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. 19 Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? 20 Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? The glory of his nostrils is terrible. 21 He poureth in the valley, and rejoiceth in his strength. He goeth on to meet the armed men. 22 He mocketh at fear, and is not affrighted. Neither turneth he back from the sword. 23 The quiver rattleth against him, the glittering spear and the shield. 24 He swalloweth the ground with fierceness and rage. Neither believeth he that it is the sound of the trumpet. 25 He saith among the trumpets, Ha, ha. And he smelleth the battle afar off, the thunder of the captains, and the shouting. 26 Doth the hawk fly by thy wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? 27 Doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? 28 She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock, and the strong place. 29 From thence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. 30 Her young ones also suck up blood, and where the slain are, there is she. 2 Corinthians 8 KJV. God loves a cheerful giver. 1 Moreover, brethren, we do to wit of the grace of God bestowed on the churches of Macedonia, 2 How that in a great trial of affliction the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality. 3 For to their power, I bear record, yea, and beyond their power they were willing of themselves, for praying us with much entreaty that we would receive the gift, and take upon us the fellowship of the ministering to the saints. 5 And this they did, not as we hoped, but first gave their own selves to the Lord, and unto us by the will of God. 6 Insomuch that we desired Titus, that as he had begun, so he would also finish in you the same grace also. 7 Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith, and utterance, and knowledge, and in all diligence, and in your love to us, see that ye abound in this grace also. 8 I speak not by commandment, but by occasion of the forwardness of others, and to prove the sincerity of your love. 9 For ye know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that, though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. 10 And herein I give my advice, for this is expedient for you, who have begun before, not only to do, but also to be forward a year ago. 11 Now therefore perform the doing of it, that as there was a readiness to will, so there may be a performance also out of that which ye have. 12 For if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man hath, and not according to that he hath not. 13 For I mean not that other men be eased, and ye burdened. 14 But by an equality, that now at this time your abundance may be a supply for their want, that their abundance also may be a supply for your want, that there may be equality. 15 As it is written, He that had gathered much had nothing over, and he that had gathered little had no lack. 16 But thanks be to God, which put the same earnest care into the heart of Titus for you. 17 For indeed he accepted the exhortation, but being more forward, of his own accord he went unto you. 18 And we have sent with him the brother, whose praise is in the gospel throughout all the churches. 19 And not that only, but who was also chosen of the churches to travel with us with this grace, which is administered by us to the glory of the same Lord, and declaration of your ready mind. 20 Avoiding this, that no man should blame us in this abundance which is administered by us. 21 Providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. 22 And we have sent with them our brother, whom we have oftentimes proved diligent in many things, but now much more diligent, upon the great confidence which I have in you. 23 Whether any do inquire of Titus, he is my partner and fellow helper concerning you, or our brethren be inquired of, they are the messengers of the churches, and the glory of Christ. 24 Wherefore show ye to them, and before the churches, the proof of your love, and of our boasting on your behalf. Psalm 136 KJV. 1 O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. 2 O give thanks unto the God of gods, for his mercy endureth forever. 3 O give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his mercy endureth forever. 4 To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercy endureth forever. 5 To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endureth forever. 6 To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endureth forever. 7 To him that made great lights, for his mercy endureth forever. 8. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endureth forever. 9. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endureth forever. 10. To him that smote Egypt in their firstborn, for his mercy endureth forever. 11. And brought out Israel from among them, for his mercy endureth forever. 12. With a strong hand, and with a stretched out arm, for his mercy endureth forever. 13. To him which divided the Red Sea into parts, for his mercy endureth forever. 14. And made Israel to pass through the midst of it, for his mercy endureth forever. 15. But overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for his mercy endureth forever. 16. To him which led his people through the wilderness, for his mercy endureth forever. 17. To him which smote great kings, for his mercy endureth forever. 18. And slew famous kings, for his mercy endureth forever. 19. Sihon king of the Amorites, for his mercy endureth forever. 20. And Og the king of Bashan, for his mercy endureth forever. 21. And gave their land for an heritage, for his mercy endureth forever. 22. Even an heritage unto Israel his servant, for his mercy endureth forever. 23. Who remembered us in our low estate, for his mercy endureth forever. 24. And hath redeemed us from our enemies, for his mercy endureth forever. 25. Who giveth food to all flesh, for his mercy endureth forever. 26. O give thanks unto the God of heaven, for his mercy endureth forever. Proverbs 31 verses 16 to 20 KJV. 16. She considereth a field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. 17. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. 18. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. 19. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. 20. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. If this kind of video helps you, please let us know by clicking on the subscribe button. Share with your family and friends that they, too, can partake of this bread of life, and leave us an encouraging comment to keep going.